So the other day I had a conversation with my two boys about sending them to boarding school, that there's some message there, but you should hear about their reaction. 10 and 8-year-old kid are looking at me saying, "You're going to send us to boarding school? I thought you loved us, but wait before you say I'm a terrible parent. Wait for the story." By the way, if the story makes sense, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. So let me get right into it. So the other day, I'm upstairs, and I'm doing my thing in the closet, and then all of a sudden my son shows up. "Daddy, you won't believe what Tico did." And so I'm saying, "Hey, Dylan, stop being a snitch. Why do you tell Daddy everything? Why are you pestering? Why are you doing this?" So they come upstairs, okay, and they're going at it. And when they fight, they have some real fights. I said, "What's going on?" "Okay, what now?" "I can't live with this guy. I can't. He's driving me insane." And I'm like, "Oh, really?" I can't do it no more." "How about you?" "I can't. It's too much. It's too much." "Okay, so what just happened right now?" "Daddy, you want to know what Tico did?" "What did Tico do?" Tico did, you know what's the thing, like you spit on it and you do the ear thing? I don't know what Americans call it. It's a, what do you call it? What is it?
Wet willy.
Wet willy is what they're doing, right? So he did a wet willy on me. I'm like, what? I mean, I'm trying to hold myself because I don't want to laugh, because if I laugh, I'm undermining the important issue to him. So I said, "Okay, guys, listen, this is getting too much. Every time there's problems, you guys come up to me, and this is every day, and it's getting a lot of pressure on your mom, on me, on Melva and Papa. We got to figure something out. I have a great idea." They said, "What's that?" "Grab a seat." So they sit down, they're looking at me and like ready for this incredible idea, and I'm going to come up with. I'm going to say, "Listen, are you done with this?" "I'm done with it. I can't do it anymore." "Are you done with it?" "I'm also done. I can't deal with them anymore. I just can't live with them anymore." I said, "Oh, you can't live with them anymore?" "No." I said, "So here's what I got to do. It's going to be very expensive, but I'm willing to make the investment into it." He says, "What's that?" I said, "There's these two great boarding schools. One is in Seattle, one is in New York." By the way, I have no clue if there's a great boarding school in Seattle and New York. I'm just telling them, there's these two great boarding schools, one's in Seattle, one in New York. I have a solution on how to fix it. It's going to cost me about $100,000 a year, but I want to propose it to you guys." "What's that, Daddy?" "What if, Dylan, I send you to the boarding school in Seattle, and Tico, I send you to the boarding school in New York. You guys don't see each other, but once a year. No stress. You don't have to bother with these fights. It's over with. You don't deal with it. You don't see each other. Once a year, I fly you guys out for Christmas. You'll be with me, mommy, family for a week. And then you go back to your boarding school. You don't have to deal with all this pestering, snitching stuff. It's done." So what do we do? By the way, it's very expensive. What should we do about it? So I'm listening to these guys. Look how creative my oldest son is. My oldest son is, "Daddy, I don't think it's wise." I said, "What do you mean?" He says, "Why would you send both of us? Just send him and save money on it and keep me home." I'm like, this guy, he's so good with that. He says, "You don't have to send both. Just send Dylan. I'll stay home and we'll save that money." I said, "No, it's not going to be that way, because if I want to do, I'm going to send both of you guys." "No, I don't want that." I said, "Do you want to go to the boarding school?" "I don't want to go to the boarding. Do you want to go to the? I don't want to go to the boarding school." "Wait, I thought you guys can't deal with each other anymore." "No, it's not like that. It's just we don't want." I said, "Why don't you go to boarding school?" "Well, we don't want to go." Anyways, 5 minutes they're thinking about boarding school, and they're thinking about what it will look like. I said, "Okay, if you don't want to do this, we got to figure out a solution, because you can't come to me with a problem every time." By the way, some of you guys are saying, what's this all about? If you're running a company and everybody constantly comes to you and bitching and complaining about everything, they can't handle it together, you're not a leader. You're somebody that's crippling everybody, right? So watch what happened here. I said, "So if that's the case and you guys want to stay here, you guys got to figure out a way to resolve issues together without coming up to me, mommy, and daddy every time screaming about each other. So what are we going to do?" "So what do you not like that he does?" "Well, I don't like the fact that every time I do something, he has to come and snitch to you, Daddy." He said, "Well, I don't like the fact that you're pestering half the time." "Okay, so how do we solve this? How about we break down levels of snitching? When is it snitching, and when is it you have to tell Daddy and Mommy because somebody's hurting themselves?" "Well, Daddy, if one of us does drugs, that's not snitching. You have to tell Mommy and Daddy." "Okay, cool. What else?" If one of us has got a girlfriend that's doing bad things and teaching us bad things and taking us to bad areas, I think it's important for Mommy and Daddy to know." "Okay. How about everything else?" "I don't know. If we do some small stuff here, we got to keep it ourselves." "Okay, cool. So you guys going to resolve it together?" "Yes." Pestering. "Listen, you got to stop pestering because I don't like this." Anyways, they're having this full-blown conversation together for 20 minutes, and I'm just sitting there listening to these guys. 3 hours later, I'm downstairs. I come home. I see Dylan running up to me. And Dylan says, "Daddy, you won't believe." I said, "I'm sorry." "Okay. Tico, you and I have to go have a conversation together." And Tico looks at me. He's like, "Okay, let's go." I said, "You guys want to go to the board?" No. "We'll handle it." They go to the board, and you hear, I'm listening to them. So you did this, I didn't like this. Well, what are you going to change about it? I'm going to do this. Okay, are we good? We're good. Shake hands. And I run off real quick so they don't see me. Now they're doing that. So what happened? Here's the point. When people come to me in my office and they complain about each other, here's the first thing I ask. I'll say, have you had the conversation with them yet? No. Why not? I just haven't. Are you expecting me to solve the problem that you're having with that other individual? Well, no, I just think you need to know. Is this a problem you can get over? I can't. Then you got to bring it up. Do I need to schedule the meeting between the two of you guys, or can you have the conversation? Oh, no, I'll have the conversation. They leave. 9 out of 10 times, they never have the conversation. I'll follow up a day later, 2 days later. Did you have the conversation? No, not yet. Week, have you had the conversation? No, not yet. Then here's what I'll do. Many, many times I'll do this. I'll set up the meeting, and I'll tell them, I want to meet with you at 2 o'clock. And I'll tell him, I want to meet with you at 2 o'clock. They both have a 2 o'clock meeting with me, and they don't know about it. They come in. And I say, how you doing? Good. Oh, I'm sorry. No, you're fine. Please grab a seat. But I thought it's just, no, you also can grab a seat. Okay, you guys are good? Yeah, you guys are good? Okay, I think you guys got to talk to each other. I'm going to step outside. Well, I thought this meeting was with you. No, this is actually a meeting between the two of you guys. Let me explain to you why. Every time you guys have issues, it comes to me. And I'm done with it. You guys got to learn how to resolve issues together. When you're done, come get me, and I want to come back in here to see how we can resolve this issue moving forward. I'll step outside. They'll come back 45 minutes. Say, Pat, you can come in. Okay, so what's the resolution we came up with? We figured it out. Hug it out. Good? Okay, let's go take over the world, right? The point is, if you don't challenge your peers to resolve conflicts amongst each other, and every time they come to you, you're not building leaders. You're building enablers. You're not building people that can stand up on their own. You're building leaners, not leaders. It's a big difference, and it's purely based on your method of resolving issues with your organization. So, if this boarding school story made sense to you, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Okay, so the video I want to recommend to you is a video I did on conflict resolution. It's 8 conflict resolutions for entrepreneurs. If you've never watched it, click over here to watch it. Have a great day. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.